What is going on, guys? I'm Hideo Johnson, and in today's fix, you got your Zelda and my Mario, a Social Strand sequel, and Rian Johnson Star Wars news. Let us do this. Now, 2019 already feels like it's been the longest year in existence. I mean, we saw the release of an indie film called Avengers Endgame, Bowser took over Nintendo of America, and we got our first and second look at Sonic in his cinematic form. And Game of Thrones never ended. That's right, you heard it here first. Oh, and Mario Maker 2 released, and now it's basically getting a Zelda update. Sure, the update includes a bunch of things like new enemies and items to interact with, plus a pretty damn cool speedrunning competitive mode, but the big news is the inclusion of the Master Sword. Upon collecting the Master Sword, Mario transforms into Link, giving him full use of Link's sword, shield, dash attack, bombs, and arrows, effectively turning this into that Newgrounds game we all played at some point growing up. You remember it. Fingers crossed, guys, that we still get a Zelda Maker. But, after the critical reception of the Dungeon Builder in the Link's Awakening remake, don't hold your breath. Of the Wild. Yeah, that's right, I said that. Yes! Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding may have just released, but Homeboy is already working and thinking about a potential sequel. Can you believe this, guys? In an interview with Vulture, Kojima discussed potentially working with Norman Reedus again. You guys know Norman Reedus. He's that dude from AMC's Ride with Norman Reedus. Yeah, that's a show named after himself. Anyway, this, of course, led to talks of a Death Stranding sequel, to which Kojima claimed he would have to start this new game from scratch. Now, I don't know what that means for the sequel, and, in fear of spoiling this for you and my producer, I'll just move on to speculate that maybe the sequel is it's a tonal or thematic sequel, perhaps? Might be. I just can't wait to see what a second Social Strand game looks like. Actually, I'm still trying to figure out what is a Strand game. Anyways, Rian Johnson, writer and director of Star Wars The Last Jedi and Knives Out, has expressed interest yet again in returning to the galaxy far, far away. But this time with the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda on his side. We all want that Baby Yoda on our side, don't we? Or at least cradled, nuzzled up against us. Okay, that's just me. Am I being weird? I'll continue the story. Okay, I'm sorry. During an interview with the Real Blend podcast, Johnson exclaimed he would love to direct an episode of season 2 of The Mandalorian if his schedule permitted. Now, I'd be excited to see what he could do because, after all, Rian Johnson is responsible for one of the greatest episodes of television history ever made, Breaking Bad's Ozymandias. But hey, if I already had a tie to the Star Wars franchise, you bet your bottom dollar I'd do anything within my Jedi mind power for a chance to get my hands on that Baby Yoda before it grows up and becomes an old Yoda. I don't like the way that old Yoda looks. Oh God, not you! Yeah, there we go. See, that's much better. That's what I'm talking about. And that's your daily fix for December 2nd. I'm Hideo Johnson, and now that you're all caught up with the news, check out the biggest game releases for December. Subscribe to the Daily Fix on Snapchat, and for all things everything else, IGN.com.